Dirkens here. Today, I saw one of the most disgusting things I've seen in quite a while. Let me qualify the disgusting things I have seen in my life. First of all, I have walked in on an old woman changing her bra. That was disgusting. Next, I walked in on a man cutting tomatoes for everybody to put on their sandwiches, knowing doggone well that that was the same pocket knife that he used to clean the crud out from his toenails. That was disgusting. I've also watched two fat people make out in the movie theater. That's pretty disgusting. Also, one of my cousins I know came in and he had mayonnaise dried in the corner of his mouth. And you know how it gets that fat look? That was disgusting. I also have to say that going out there, somebody had some sinus issues and some boogerish got here, and they sat an entire meal and talked to people. That was pretty disgusting. Look, y'all, as you can see, I've seen a lot of disgusting stuff. All right. Today was one of the most disgusting things that I have seen in quite a while. Clemson, by talent, has way more talent than South Carolina does. Way more talent. They can sit down there, they can keep going, all they want to. And by the way, do you know how that Clemson has been so good and so dominant? Do you want to know how? You can tell by how South Carolina fans are acting. It's like some loser out in a trailer park winning the lottery. You know? They go out and they win the lottery. They've been a loser for a long time. Fine dining to them is beanie weenies mixed in with a little, sliced and browned up spam. And then suddenly, they're not white trashy anymore. They're just white, but they're still pretty trashy. That's how South Carolina was. And is. Everybody's just like, oh, can't wait till you play that guitar, big man. Go Cox. Let me tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I hated that we lost the other day. I admit it. I don't like it. I'd rather eat a good steamy slice of dookie than I would have to watch us lose. But to watch how South Carolina is acting, it tells you the losers they are. I mean, you would think they've won the national championship. Do y'all realize that y'all have beat us, Clemson? Now, I say us and we and stuff like that, because let me tell you right now, I go to games. I spend a lot of time there. There would be no Clemson without us, okay? But my point in all of this is we are having a down year. We played terrible. We looked awful. Our coaching staff needs to be gutted. I've been saying this for 2 or 3 years. And y'all finally did it. I don't know how you did it. I don't know if you wished upon a shooting star. And you finally got it. I just want to tell you from my funky little heart to you, congratulations. You finally beat a poorly coached Clemson team. You did it. You did it. You went out there. People were crying. People were jumping up and down. People were just happy. But I also want to tell you this, South Carolina fans. Y'all beating us might be the very thing we need to wake Swinney up and get him out of this facade he's been in about the past 3 years. Because you remember when he used to be hungry? Like Beamer. I like Beamer. You know who Beamer reminds me of? Beamer reminds me of Dabo Swinney before he won anything. You know, back when nothing but winning was acceptable. Right? You remember that? I do. It's been about 3 or 4 years, but I do. That's who Beamer reminds me of. He reminds me of Dabo Swinney before he won the first thing. I just want to win. Losing is unacceptable. We got big plans here. Well, Swinney, unfortunately, is obviously in the retirement plan because he just wants to talk about, yeah, I'm disappointed. He says normal stuff at all Clemson. Not all Clemson. A bunch of coaches say, you know, disappointed. We got out coached. We got to get back to the meeting room. We're going to have to work some things out. They'll let it slip through the media like they had some intense meeting where things were said and done, and nothing's going to happen. I mean, for all you Clemson fans out there right now, I don't know if you're watching it, and unless something has turned since I come up here, Notre Dame is getting manhandled by Southern Cal. Southern Cal is grabbing them by their unmentionables and dragging them around like a gold digger walks around with her purse that she's got, just dragging it around full of stuff. So, you know, good job to South Carolina. Y'all finally did it. 7 in a row, and had all of us not been playing that dumb COVID fiasco about 2 years ago, y'all know what it is. You know what it is. It would have been 8 in a row. But you know what? You're right. We didn't. But y'all finally beat us. You beat us so good. So, you know what? I got an idea. How about y'all shut down the football program? You've reached the upper echelons of the heavens. You're up there with monks and stuff, where they're thinking stuff. Yeah, man, yeah. There's a goat beside them. You know, I'm sorry. I don't know. It's been a long day. That's more of a crazy horse. You know, who's up there? And they're thinking stuff miles away. Thinking stuff. Y'all reached it, y'all. You finally beat the Golden team. Seriously, y'all are celebrating like we celebrated when we won the national championship. That's how far-fetched and unreachable it has been for y'all to beat us. And you're still the dookie chicken that you've always been, going and eating your dookie. You know, I'm just telling you. I am so proud of y'all. I'm proud that finally our coaching has dropped so far that y'all can actually play with us. Proud of you. I'm proud of you. I've heard that y'all are even trying to make sure, listen to me, I've heard that y'all are actually trying to get all of our offensive coaches and positions coaches on the offensive side extensions. And if I were you, I would. I'm just telling you. I am just telling you. I'm happy for y'all. So good. If you can find you, if you can call your mamas right now, you call her and you tell them what you did. And if you know your daddies, probably a few of you don't, but that's okay. He doesn't love you anyway. But you go to them and you tell them what you've done today. It goes up there in human history. Moses bringing all them Hebrew youngins out of Pharaoh's grasp. The Parthenon being built. The discovery of this world by Christopher Columbus. The writing of the Declaration of Independence. Creating space travel. Pete Davidson dating beautiful women. Up there. Y'all done it. You finally did it. I'm proud of you. I know it's kept you awake. I know that you've been waiting for so long since Spurrier left you in the middle of the night, and all of y'all were hoping to find out that somebody had cancer and he had to quit. And all it was y'all were losers and he couldn't take it. Boy, you've turned the tide. You and your quarterback with absolutely no eyebrows came out and took advantage of a Clemson team who was just absolutely unenthusiastic, and their head coach is just focused completely and totally on hiring former players to coach for him. That's right. As long as they can talk about the mission and regurgitate all his talking points, I'll be, you know what, you are in. And I can say this to us Clemson fans. Listen to me, if Dabo Swinney continues on the path he is, all I've got to tell you right now, Carolina, you'll have more wins over Clemson. Because all I'm going to say is you did it. You did it. You can look yourself in the eye and you can say, you know what? We've done it. We've arrived. This is the reason Spencer Rattler left Oklahoma. I mean, not because Caleb Williams they thought was actually going to run things, and then he ditched town, and he ended up running away out there. And he's playing right now, possibly for a playoff. But y'all, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go to bat for y'all. Since y'all cost us any playoff hopes, and by the way, thank you for doing that, because the last thing we need is to take our team, not our players. It's not our players' fault. Our players are great. Our coaches, I think I could go to Dutch Fork down in Columbia, the best high school football team in the state of South Carolina, and I could get better offensive coaches from them to come coach for us. I really do. I believe that wholeheartedly. I got some, listen to me, I've got some friends who were really good on PlayStation, and they would call just as bad as plays as what that guy is they got now calling. But I'm telling you, I'm going to go to bat for y'all, South Carolina. I'm going to give y'all a twofer in 1 year. How about we play in a bowl game against each other? Lord, we have a good time. Let's get this thing together. Let's get the band back together. Let me tell you, Spencer Rattler can come in and he can play. And all of y'all can relive the moment of beating Clemson just at a different stadium. Maybe we could meet in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Down there where Coastal plays. I'm telling you, that's all we have to do. That's all we have to do. And let me tell you this. I love how people are coming here going, Clemson is done. Clemson is done. Clemson is done. Clemson. And once again, South Carolina has won. But my question is, didn't y'all just lose to Florida a couple of weeks ago? And don't tell me it's because the SEC is so strong. If you slapped an SEC, the rest of the country would say what you're supposed to say. Inconsistent football. But y'all did it. Y'all did. I'm proud of y'all. I am proud. I'm proud. There's hope in Columbia, South Carolina right now. I'm happy. I'm happy that y'all are doing good. I'm happy that y'all are admitting beating us means something. Because if we were terrible, I mean, what would be the big deal? I mean, just think about this. It would be the equivalent if we sucked and y'all were awesome and we beat y'all when we were happy. I'm happy for you. I have turned a new leaf. I've been reading some of those weird books that tells you about how to be happy for others. At work at my cat killing, Feline Control Agency here in the county, in the toilet, which I spend a lot of room, I'll go in there and I'll sit there and I'll be taking a dump. And Somebody put that book in there. And I started reading about how to find happiness and being happy for others. And I'm telling you, this was the week for it. South Carolina, I see big things for you. Big things for you. I see y'all starting to get a little better, all right? Start to get a little better. I definitely know that in Columbia, y'all are talking about the national championship last year, okay? I think that next year, y'all are definitely in the running for a national championship. You beat us. I mean, you have to be, right? I mean, you tell us that we're terrible, but you beat us, and that means y'all are getting better. So which is it? Do y'all have schizophrenia? I'm just asking you. Are you so schizophrenic you can't realize that you're losing with your argument? You say, y'all are terrible, we beat y'all, but we're on our way up. Well, hold on. If we're terrible, shouldn't you beat us, right? I mean, I'm asking for a friend, which is me. But if we're good and you beat us, that just means you're actually ready to play. Y'all even suck at arguing. All right, listen, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm not going to just sit here and talk about it. Gamecocks. You've had 8 years to feel this. The last time you felt this, you knew that you were on the cusp of a national championship. You were. You were on the cusp of a national championship. You were about to win it all. You had beat us 5 years in a row. Spurrier, you had all your spurs up, which is also known in the common world as thumbs up. And Spurrier left in the middle of the night. And you know what? James Massengill, love the way Clemson fans cry. There were so many drunk sorority girls for South Carolina crying. You'd have thought they'd won a pageant, but no, they'd finally beat the team that they say that sucks, but they couldn't beat, and now they beat them, which means they suck, which means y'all suck class. Love it! Circular thinking at its finest. I only said that because somebody said that in here. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of you. Y'all did good. Glad to help you out. And if Dabo Swinney doesn't get it together on the coaching carousel, all I'm going to say is this. It won't be the last time you beat us in the next couple of years. So there's that to look forward to. But I do warn you, if he does, for some reason, Kathleen hits him in the head or something, poisons him, and he starts to think like he used to, today wouldn't have happened. But you did it. You did it. You did it. World's greatest cup of coffee. Tell me where I got that from. All right, I'm Bobby Dirkens. It is what it is. Somebody in here was kind enough to support the old channel and let me give him a big old honky-tonky. Daniel Wade, I love you, Bobby Dirkens, in the most manly of ways, of course. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want you, trying to touch my butt or anything. How nasty. Always entertaining. Well, people tell me that, but I'm just talking about my life. Just being me. Till the Lord takes me home. Thank you for the laugh. Go Bobby and go Irish. $5 to the Buy Bobby Dirkens. Buy Bobby Dirkens. Beer fund. I will drink that beer and think about you. But in a manly way, that is, of course. All right, well, listen. I'm Bobby Dirkens. Hold on one second. I have heard that the city of Columbia has declared anyone who has a debt in a 10-mile radius, it has been eradicated by the University of South Carolina in celebration of a joyous moment like this. Because this doesn't come along that much. Doesn't come along that much. Does not come along that much. Thank you so much. Proud of y'all. I'm Bobby Dirkens. Even if you hate my dang guts, y'all go out there. But Chase, you're right. Elf. $2 donation from Chase. But let me tell you right now. Chase and his lovely, beautiful wife, who I'm quite sure that he drugged to get her to marry. And then once she come out of her drug-induced hallucinogenic stupor, she was like, what the crap, I'll stay married to him. They were wonderful enough to give tickets to me and Bobby Dirkens Jr. And I want you to know what happened. We got up there, and even though there was a loss, I looked at my precious son, and I looked at him and I said, fruit of my loins. This is what happens when mediocrity takes root in a formerly great team, and it still was only a 1-point win. Thank you, Chase, for your $2 donation, which you shouldn't have done that. You and your lovely wife already enriched my life enough. That's more stuff out of this book I've been writing. I've been reading on the can. I'm going to tell you right now, here's a little something for y'all. Even if you're a Gamecock fan on here and you don't like me, hate my guts. Well, I hate you too, but in a Christ-like way. Do you know when it's time? You've been on the toilet a little too long and it's time to get up? When both your legs fall asleep. That's my barometer. Like you stand up and you can't feel them. And you see that they're moving, but you can't feel them. You've been sitting on the can way too much. I'm Bobby Dirkens. You keep showing up. I'll keep showing out. God, please let Swinney make some coaching changes in a good way. Bobby Dirkens.